What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Mikey today coming at you through the power of the internet. Fucking bugs. Through the power of the internet. Uh, so for those of you who have been around, who've been on my channel for a good while, you remember a ways back where where I was mocking like investors and whatnot.
I want my money. I need my money. You give me my money. I don't give a damn. It's my money. God damn it. I care about the dividends.
There's an old video I did. It's been a while since I did that video. I don't know who remembers that video. This is a fine example of that. So part of why the switch to went up $50 is because investors said it was too good a deal. Investors had a say. So instead of Nintendo being smart and saying, nah, we're good. We're good. No. We're good. No, it's good. Wasn't the Switch 2 400? And no, it wasn't. We always wanted it to be 400 and 450. It ended up being 450 without a game, 500 with a game. So this is a fine example right here. This is a fine example. So it's not a very long article, so I'm going to read it. Amid rising industry costs and declining stock price, Nintendo may face shareholder pressure to increase the price of the Switch 2 console. This came about before they confirmed it. But the point of me reading this is that it was the investors were the problem. The investors. It's always the investors. These people never picked up a controller in their life. They're not gamers. They don't understand it. They don't understand the hobby. They don't really understand the business. It's all about that dividends. And unfortunately, right now, they have a stooge in the form of I can't remember his name. They have a stooge in the form of Shuntaro Furukawa. He is a numbers guy. And that's a lot of who's running Nintendo right now are numbers guys. And they cave easily to the pressure of investors. The investors, I believe, are part of why he's president right now. You have to understand that for a while, Nintendo was run by a family who started it. There was a family that started Nintendo. And Iwata himself was basically pushed to be president by the original family that owned it. All right. But in this case, Furukawa was appointed. He was not appointed by the family that owned Nintendo. He was appointed by the idiots who don't care about anything but getting their cash money, bitch. That's the only thing that they cared about. That's it. Getting that cash money, bitch. And yeah, I'm quoting and copying another person on YouTube. I don't care. So yeah. Amid rising industry costs and declining stock price, Nintendo may face shareholder pressure to increase the price of the Switch 2 console. We know for a fact that it went through. This is older news, but I felt like it was important to read to figure out why we ended up this way. A Bloomberg report notes that Nintendo's upcoming financial earnings release, scheduled for May 8, comes at a challenging time. While the company's shares have declined for several months, its first-party game releases, theme park attractions, Super Mario Galaxy Move have all performed well. However, the Switch 2 console is being sold at a loss globally, and it should have continued to be sold at a loss. Nintendo should have kept eating those costs. Period. But they didn't. And why didn't they? Because of investors. The Switch 2 is priced at $450 in the US, was now, and $318 for the regional locked Japanese only version. Yeah, that's crazy to me. That is crazy to me. And people are keenly aware of this, and it doesn't look good on Nintendo that they weren't willing to do the same for the rest of the world, especially in the US, where we're going through some financial bullshit right now. We have the most ignorant president in existence who's running this country. We have a party who doesn't give a shit about its people running this country. All right? We are in some bad times right now. While sales have been strong overall, despite a lukewarm Christmas period, they're not that. It's not that great. Investors, here we go. Investors believe Nintendo should reduce losses or achieve profitability per unit. This may prompt Nintendo to follow Microsoft and Sony by raising the Switch 2 price by at least $50. Unlike the original Switch, which launched at a profit, Nintendo has opted to absorb costs on the Switch 2 and focus on profits from games and accessories, which is what they should continue to do. My God, that's the right way to go about it. And again, another option is new SKUs, new SKUs that are just, one's just a light version that's a handheld, one's just a home console version. You don't need a device that's all in one. You don't. Because you're going to have people who just want to play on their TV at home, and you're going to have people who just want to play on the go. And then there's people with money who would probably buy both devices. But then you would have to figure out a way to share software between the two devices more, which I don't think Nintendo wants to do that. They've already shown that they don't want to do anything like that. Nintendo is in a rough patch right now. They have the wrong people in charge, man. They just do. Investors believe Nintendo should reduce losses or achieve profitability per unit. This may prompt Nintendo to follow Microsoft and blah, 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 blah. Unlike the original sold at a profit, Nintendo has opted to absorb costs Switch 2 instead. They should have kept doing that. According to Bluebird's report, there are conflicting opinions on how price increase could be received as Nintendo aims to strike a balance between attracting consumers and appeasing shareholders. Hideki Yasuda, an analyst at Toyo Research Advice, believes that Nintendo's stock price will continue to decline until the Switch 2 price is adjusted upwards. That doesn't make sense. While Wedbush Securities analyst Michael Pachter believes that Nintendo would be foolish to go ahead with price hikes. This is the one time I agree with Michael Pachter. That is insane. Pachter is right. Holy crap. A potential compromise could involve raising the U.S. price of Switch 2 by $50 and discontinuing the Japan exclusive version, which is sold far below cost. Yes, they should do that. They shouldn't get anything special in Japan. Sorry. If you can't give that worldwide, get rid of it. Nintendo has indicated that price increases are possible, particularly, and of course we know they already did it, ongoing component shortages driven by increased investment in AI and technology and other global factors. The discontinuation of the $500 Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart World has been viewed as a subtle price increase. Additionally, Nintendo is encouraging purchases of higher margin digital titles. Here's what they should do. If they're not willing to create new SKUs, new SKUs, here's what they should do. I mean, it would still be a new SKU. Include a game. Cut your software loss. Include a game. Do like you used to do. Include a game. That will increase the value proposition. All right, that's what you should do. Just start including a game. It doesn't matter what it is, just include something. Include a game. You used to do this back with you did it with the NES, you did it with the Super NES, you did it with the Wii. I think you did it with the Nintendo 64. If I'm not mistaken, you could get a bundle that had Super Mario 64 in it. Okay? And hell, even GameCube, I think, had bundles. So why won't you bundle software with these damn games? You did it with the Wii U. Software bundles, okay? Fucking bugs, get out of my face. I don't know if you can see them on camera, but I have fucking fruit flies in my face. I don't know where they came from. I really, just outside. This video's ruined! You assholes! Go away. Go away! God damn, that's frustrating. It's ruining my video, man. It's ruining... God, I look like an old man. I got my spectacles sitting here hanging off my neck. It's Grandpa. Got my spectacles just kind of hanging off my neck. I got all this gray hair popping up everywhere and my bushy eyebrows. I ain't got upper teeth. I am the definition of an old man. The visual definition of old man. I am the visual definition of an old man. That's right. But yes, no, sorry. Nintendo needs to include a game. Just start including a game. You know, oh fucking well. You probably already made the money you're going to make on a few of these games. Just start bundling games. That's your value proposition. Either create a less expensive unit to sell or include games. Those are your options. I think it would be a good idea to include, especially if you're going to go up to $500, which is what the Mario Kart bundle was. To start bundling games, include free games. You don't like doing that, but that's going to be your value proposition. Not you can't convey and force consumers to see things your way. That does not work. This is a route Nintendo likes to try and take. Son of a bitch. As I was saying before I got interrupted by my brother walking into the room, this is corporate a-holes sticking their noses where it didn't belong. Nintendo needs to get their heads out of their behinds, and they need to actually... Would help if I moved my chips. I started recording this earlier. Brother interrupted, went to the store, came back, ate something, and now I'm just like, fucking hell. What a video this will be. But yeah, no. It's my understanding that they're already having struggles with sales, regardless of what people think. I feel like Nintendo is now a shadow of their former selves. I will never be buying anything else from them again. My Switch that I have in the living room is my last Nintendo console. That's the end of it. To be fair, I don't buy consoles at all anymore, honestly. And if I ever get another game device, it'll be some kind of Android device or something. It'll be one of those retro emulation devices or something. I might one day save up the money and get... I don't know why I would need to, but it might be interesting to have a Steam machine. But other than that, what's the point? Nintendo is just not the company they were. Anyhow, rate, comment, and please subscribe to me. I'm beautiful.